y'all? This is Don Celos, and welcome to another episode of the Flavor Podcast. Sit down interviews with people adding their own taste in their everyday life. You know, right now it's Modelo time with the boys. What you sipping on today, Playboy?
Oh, I'm sipping on rosé.
So right now we're
real
sitting
88
here,
thing.
we're sitting here with Trizzy F Baby. Please say the baby.
Oh wow. Thank you, man. I'm hollering at hoes on Snapchat. I'm gonna get off. So sorry.
So for those that don't know, let them know who you are,
So
what you do, and where you're
unprofessional of
from.
me. For those who don't know, I am Trizzy Baby. Please say the baby because it is important. I'm from Southside San Jose, real South. For those of you who don't know, and shoot, what do? I'm an audio engineer. I manage artists on a music level. You know, shout out Brevin. Shoot, I host, executive produce, I write, we've even started really fucking with editing on some things. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades, but
So you're busy.
Definitely a master of none, and I'm definitely busy. I don't sleep. Like, my friends know one thing about me, that I don't sleep. It's a real.
So right off the bat, what is Studio 8?
Studio 8 is a film company made by me. Oh, by the way, we got my homie in the background, Mr. McBride.
Shout out the homie, along with all the studio audience that came out today, man. Thank you, Sayron, for being here.
Exactly, especially Tajay. So Studio 8 is a film company that me and McBride, we came up with. We were making content over at Emlyn, and we were like, you know what? This is something that we truly enjoy. And we came up with some ideas. Me being a person who loves being in front of the camera, him being a person who just fucking loves cameras. We were like, this is perfect. We added some other people, and they helped, and they did their thing. And we came up with our first production, which is In the Crates. And now, since In the Crates is a thing that's coming out, our next steps are they're more just our take on film. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, no one's really focusing on film in the Bay Area and San Jose. I think music has become a thing that, you know, being a rapper is now, it's almost a joke to say you're a rapper in San Jose now. It's almost a joke to say you're a rapper in the Bay Area now. It's becoming a joke to say you're a photographer in the Bay Area. You know?
It became so commercialized.
Yeah, it became commercial. I mean, what's crazy is I'm with two people in this room right now who I know for a fact I saw because I followed you guys on Instagram, or I followed people who followed you on Instagram for a while. You guys are two guys who have been making clothes for a while. Now it feels like everybody's making fucking clothes. And so it's like, me knowing kind of how culture works, I'm like, I'm not going to be the last person doing this. I'd rather be the first person, and no one really knows about it, but I'm always able to talk my shit. And that's honest. And when it came to film, shoot, we could always talk our shit because we were the first people in San Jose that were like, no, we're not just going to shoot people's music videos and call ourselves a film company. No, we're going to make actual film. So whether that's a show where I'm just interviewing people in a record store, or we're actually now thinking of like, okay, well, what can a documentary look like under Studio 8? What can a sitcom look like under Studio? What can a reality show look like? What other ways how can we get on VH1? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we get past the YouTube side of things? Because anybody can make content. Yeah, anybody can make content. It's more about how are you different? How are you really differing yourself from the pack at this point?
So elaborate on In the Crate. You mentioned In the Crate. So what exactly is In the Crate?
In the Crates is it's a show that is more of like a passion project. Like, it was a thing that when when my podcast, it failed after we left Emmeline, just because like we did one episode and then because of editing and location, it just co-host, like, things just went astray. So we were just like, all right, fuck it, just put it on the shelf. We'll think about it later. And I was literally sitting in my bedroom looking at crates of records. And the idea started off as I wasted hundreds of dollars. And like, cause I was literally like kind of depressed, cause I was like, all right, my artist wasn't really trying to put out music at the time. They were like, all right, we're going to chill, which I was like, you guys are whack. We had just left Emmeline and it wasn't the most favorable situation. It was, you know, there were just a lot of things at the time. And then when a podcast failed, I was just like, fuck.
I don't got shit.
I don't have shit.
Yeah.
I only have like hundreds of dollars worth of records.
Yeah.
And then it hit me. What if I made a show where I was in the place that I wasted hundreds of dollars in? And that's where I spent most of my time. And so I tried to think of 30 ways to make that an actual show. It didn't work. Like, I tried to make it so where it's just me talking about records, and then that was corny. It's like I had a million ideas. And then I brought my cousin to the record store, and he acted literally like a kid in a candy store. Every single thing he picked up. Troy, have you seen this? Oh, 50 Cent, have you seen it? And it's like, yeah, dude, these are records. These are physical things that we can look at. And then it hit me. There are people who real life probably haven't had physical forms of their favorite music.
It's facts.
So I was like, how am I going to project that on a show? You interview people and show them that, hey, you know Cardi B? You told me how you like that person. Tell the people how you like that person, and now hold it. See for your face. Or like Ice Cube. My stepdad loves Ice Cube. I showed up. I bought him an Ice Cube shirt for his birthday. You would have thought I would have bought him Ice Cube tickets.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when they have a physical thing that represents the person they love,
sort of brings it to life.
Exactly. And so the show for me is like, we have our first season is a limited run. It's 4 guests. In the Crates is, shout out Streetlight Records, by the way. It's a literal thing where it's me interviewing 4 people, separate episodes, obviously, and it's just like, hey, tell me what Sly and the Family Stone means to you. Tell me what Jay Stalin means to you. Shout out him. We saw him in Chile. That was great. That was hype. That was dope.
She got a picture of him, bro.
I fucking should have. Oh man. But it's just, what do these things actually mean? How do they influence your work? And shoot, in the spirit of the show, I got you a little something.
Oh,
from the personal record collection,
bro.
From the personal record collection, because I couldn't hit Streetlight beforehand. I couldn't have Anthony stop off and get that. So
look at this, man.
Don't know if you've ever even watched the movie, to be honest.
No, bro, it's one of the top 10 movies, bro.
There's literally Kanye records on there. There's Jay-Z records, Dipset records.
Damn, bro.
There's There's a Foxy Brown record.
What one.
But
hey, this shit's getting framed up, bro.
Oh, hey, whether it gets framed up or you actually put it on the vinyl platter, that's what the show's about. It's,
leaving a lasting impression, you know?
To be honest, it's literally like, I wanted the show obviously to have 12 episodes of me interviewing people I want to interview.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh shit, Mr. Fab, here's Sideshow on vinyl.
That's crazy, bro.
I wish that was an episode.
And you know, this is a smart move, because, for example, once I put this up on the shop walls, because this is gonna go up framed up next to my signed Nipsey Hussle t-shirt. Shout out my boy Juliano for
now here's
hooking
the
up
thing.
with that.
Did you get that at the Marathon store, because, yo, McBride, do you remember when we went to the Crenshaw store? And literally, so my nigga, random story real quick, but I'm going to relate it full circle.
Go.
We rolled up. It was our last night in L.A.
Yeah.
And our homegirl, Asia, wanted to go to the Crenshaw store. So we was like, all right, bet, we're going to go. We got literally the whole car is just filled with bags. Because we were traveling. And like, so we were there for like, 4 days or whatever. So it was like, all right, we were filled with bags. We're in the ghetto. We turned one right corner. There's like 10 Crips just standing in an alley. We were genuinely like, yo, Nipsey's a real one for putting a store in the hood. But it's genuinely scary. Because there were 10 Crips at like 10 p.m. just standing outside rolling a blunt. Just like low-key ready to defend Nipsey at any point. Oh no, I was wearing gray that day. He was wearing blue. Yeah. Asia was wearing bright yellow. We were wearing all very appeasable gang colors. And so I'm asking, did you get or the homeboy get that at the store?
No, so I guess he was doing pop-ups when he was on tour. He was doing pop-ups.
Nipsey was on pop-ups.
Yes.
And you.
So they got that at an Oakland pop-up.
In Oakland? Oh, okay.
So he had a show in Oakland, but during the day he had a pop-up store. At a store in Oakland.
Shout out. See, that's why Oakland's dope. See, because shit like that happens.
Yeah.
See, okay. How was that? How was it seeing him? Because we only saw his awkward ass brother. He didn't say much. His brother didn't say much when we were in the store. So how was that actually like seeing Cuz?
So I didn't go personally. My boy went and he got the shirt. Was
he like hype about it?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I wasn't there for it. Yeah.
It's a lost story. See, I really want to know because Nipsey, he almost seems like a mystery to me because nobody has met him, but we've all been around Nipsey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is crazy, bro. So what would you say this means to you, bro?
What would I say paid in full means to me?
Yes.
It doesn't mean anything to me, but Rockefeller means everything.
How? Elaborate.
Because the movie, I actually think Paid in Full is a bad movie. Hot take. I think it's a genuinely bad movie. Like it's a movie about New York snitching. Anyways, but the Rockefeller soundtrack to me, because growing up, Rockefeller was everything. Jay-Z was shit. If Pharrell wasn't my pretend dad, Jay-Z was, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, my dad gets real life mad when I say these things.
Boy.
Exactly, because he exists. So, and he like is alive. Yeah, he's like alive and like he like didn't run away. So he's like, yo, what do you mean like these were your dads? But like, no. Pharrell and Jay-Z, like, they were the only voice I heard.
Yeah.
Like literally when I went in my room, I played Jay-Z albums. Because that was the only album with cursing I was allowed to listen to. Because my mom liked it.
Mama!
So, Rockefeller, we're talking Kanye's first 2 albums. You couldn't have told me as a 5th grader he wasn't the best. Jay-Z, he's the best to me. Dipset, literally, my friends used to get annoyed in high school because I would walk around places and just yell Dipset at people.
Why?
It was the most annoying shit. And as a 23-year-old, I get how it's annoying now. It's terrible. But as a yeah, I do that now. But as a high schooler, it was great because it was like I felt like my friends were Dipset. Like the same feeling I got from being around.
So you embodied that basically.
I mean, I wear racing jackets. Like the jerseys you have. Like let's put it this way. 90% of the gear you have in here is influenced by Dipset. That's how important they were. And we come from the West Coast. This is 2003 after 9/11. Dipset and Jay-Z were the most influential people from New York. In the 90s, that wasn't even happening in rap. Biggie was not the most influential person in rap. So if you ask me what that means to me, that represents Jay, Dame, Kanye, and Dipset at their the reason they called themselves a dream team, because they could do no wrong. Yeah, you're in a movie that's in theaters. Don't worry, it won't break. Vinyl is almost indestructible. But yes, they were the dream team.
Those Modelo's kicking in.
The Modelo's and the Long Island Iced Teas.
Shout out, Bay.
But yeah, I mean, Jay even said on a record, movies, clothing, and music, we finna dominate it all. Rockefeller, 80 million in like 13 months.
Yeah. Y'all
can bullshit with rap if you want.
You said movies, clothing, and what?
Movies, clothing, and music.
So he got Rockefeller. Then he got Sean John. No, he wasn't Sean John.
Rockaware.
Yeah, Rockaware. That's
Rockefeller, Rockaware, and then Rockefeller Films, which was solely Dame's thing. Jay didn't even care about Rockefeller Films. He was like, here's the money for it.
Just run with it.
Dame made 3 movies. Streets is Watching, which was basically a Jay-Z musical, which had nothing but Jay-Z music videos in it. Paid in Full, and State Property, which was a basically dope-ass movie which every popular rapper of 2000 was in. How could... If Drake did that now, or Kendrick, we'd be saying, they're the smartest nigga of all time. No, it's been done.
They're the GOAT.
Exactly. So what does it mean to me? It means we're doing a Hollywood film. And we made the soundtrack. So Black Panther. Yeah. You mean the thing that TDE did already? What if Kendrick actually made the movie too?
Oh, that's beyond a whole nother level.
That's Paid in Full, because Dame Dash actually did that.
Okay.
That's what it means. Sorry, real music nerd, by the way, if that was too nerdy for you.
What would you say is one of your favorite artists, or your favorite top artists?
Other than Hove,
yeah.
Other than Jay-Z,
why Hove? Why is Hove one of them?
Cause it's authentic, it's real. Like, there's one thing it's really hard for me to listen to unless it's entertaining. Like, I can't lie, unless it's like so entertaining that I kind of laugh. I can't listen to fake. Yeah. I can't even read a fiction book. Fake is really hard for me because I've seen so many fucked up things in real life. I know people who've seen fucked up things in real life. So if you've talked to people who've had real stories that could kind of beat a Hunger Games to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got people who have real sad stories that make Girl on the Train seem kind of like a children's book, you're kind of, or if we're keeping it on hood shit, if I know people who would make Boys in the Hood seem like an after school special,
yeah,
I only want the real. So when I listen to Jay and he says, chains are cool to cop, but so is lawyer fees, you became better than 50 Cent to me.
Because you put that real life grown man perspective. I like that.
And that's his first album.
Yeah.
That's his first album. Chains is cool to cop, but so is lawyer fees. That's him at 26 saying, yeah, I'm a millionaire off crack. I can buy all this. But is that really going to make me a better person?
Yeah. I
learned real early, real fucking early. I could own every dope, no offense because you got dope Jordans, but my friend is a sneakerhead that wasn't making a shop. He was just having all the dope shoes. And I learned real early I could have all the dope shoes or I can own something. When he started his clothing company, I was like, it's that easy? I looked up what an LLC was. I looked up all that shit. Started Channel 88 the next week. Because I was like, we need to own things.
Yeah,
we need to own things at a certain point.
You gotta create value for yourself.
Exactly. So I was just like, Hove, the reason he is my favorite is because it's so real that he rather make himself look like a cornball to give you some gems, than actually look cool.
But that's the thing too, like the people that look good for a moment, that look good right now, they're only gonna last for a moment. But people like that aren't afraid to speak their truth, they're gonna have longevity, you know?
And what's crazy is that you use the thing that I've thought since I saw the movie 8 Mile. Speak your truth. Yeah. Because 8 Mile, the reason he wins the last battle is because he says, I'm white, I live in a trailer park with my mom, and you jumped me, and you had sex with my girl. So talk about me.
You know, you
can't talk. I've literally said on Twitter and Instagram and on my own podcast, I'm short, I have a lisp, and I probably won't win in the fade. But guess what? I'm gonna speak my mind. Yeah. Because if I don't speak my mind or say my true opinion, or fuck my true opinion, if I don't do what I want to do as a person, there's years past what's going on now that's gonna affect me. That's the type of shit that affects your kids. When you have regrets, that's the type of shit that affects your kids. Oh, I didn't become a famous football player, so guess what? Now my kid, my nigga, you're running up a hill at 5 years old now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to live your dream through them, you know?
And it's like, that's dangerous. And I'm kind of glad my mom never did that, because she was so kumbaya. Like, she really believes, and like, I don't mean this to be a diss to her, but she really believes anybody could be who they want to be. In her mind, no,
I believe that, bro.
No, I do too. But when you're in high school, for her to say that is almost like, Mom, you sound like you're on drugs. You sound like you're on drugs. Because,
like, cut that noise.
Exactly. You could be whatever you want. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's like, so with that being said, if you could be whatever you want, have value. And that's where Jay-Z is the best artist to me. And one more person to me.
Who?
Pharrell. He knows that.
Why?
Because
you're happy.
Okay, well, that's fucked. See, everybody does this. Everybody does this. Happy was a very dark time.
That was a moment in time, bro.
It was.
That was one of the biggest. You know what I liked? It was that 24-hour shit that he did, bro. Did you ever see
video?
That? Bruh.
That was clever. That was actually very clever.
A 24 fucking hour music video.
And then on YouTube, he had like random hour portions. So it would be like 6 to 7 p.m. And it's just like, that's dope.
That's amazing, bro. I have a lot of respect for him.
But
what he does.
The reason I value him for a different reason. He literally said, do whatever you want. I don't care if you're black, white, or fucking a chair.
A chair?
Do it for real. Because he had a song that said you could do it too. And literally the hook of the song says, you could do it too, young love. You could do it too. It don't matter if you do drugs or if you do slugs. That's guns. I did it. You can do it too. So throughout the whole verses, he's just saying shit he did. And you're listening to it like...
What song is this?
It's called You Can Do It Too, off his first albums. In my mind. He literally says a bunch of shit he's did. Like, I was in marching band, but now I have a fucking Rolls Royce. I'm meeting with the owner of Louis Vuitton to get a custom Louis Vuitton chain. There's only 2 of those. 2. He has 1 of them. You know who the other person who has that is?
Who?
The owner.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
The owner of Louis Vuitton. So,
what makes him so special to have one?
What makes him so special is that he called.
Hey, what's up with the chain, though, big player?
Nobody, you know what's crazy? It sounds very crazy.
But nobody asked, yeah.
Nobody does that. I have a rejection letter from fucking BET for a show.
What'd you do with it? You should frame it.
Fuck no. That's embarrassing. But no, if the only reason I would frame it is to show kids, no, you can literally send in your script. Yeah, and they're going to read it all through with real critiques that are going to make you sad for a couple weeks.
So they proofread it and shit?
Oh, proofread it down to the part where they said, you misspelled your. So it's disheartening to other people. To me,
that's a stepping stone.
Fuck a stepping stone. All I heard was niggas who are millionaires read a script I wrote. I was high in my room for 5 days. You read that. I would hope you have some proofreads. I really do.
You know what? But at least they took the time to actually like look it through. You know.
And that's what and so Pharrell, he's always just taught me, what's the worst that could happen? What, a nigga say no?
Exactly, bro. Every no is closer to a yes.
Most no's are closer to the yes. Because most people, if they really don't want to help you, they don't talk to you.
They'll just ignore you.
They fucking will ignore your ass. Anybody I don't want to help, I ignore. How about that? Not to put it in other people's shoes, I ignore them.
Just leave them on red.
Oh, I do. No. No. There's a person in my phone getting left on red because of this interview. It's not a girl at all either. Shout out Brevin.
So what's in the future for Trizzy F, baby?
What's in the future? That's a good question because I'm a person who
What do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
That's a better question. I see myself as the only person other than him to have left this city and actually done what we said we were going to do. And we're talking about on a non-sports angle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It just is, we're the first people in the city to say, yeah, we left and did it. Most people leave and then you don't hear about that person for another 5 years until they come back and, oh, it didn't work. Now we have to hear about that for another 2 years, how it didn't work. And then when they're finally ready to come back with their new thing, it sounds like the old shit that didn't work because they were stuck in that place for 2 years. No. Whether it's him with design, me with film or music, or fuck it, whether it's him with film or me with solely music, it doesn't matter. When we leave this place eventually, everything we said we were, because we have an actual plan. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between us. Most people who, where I see myself in 5 years is I actually see myself as a person in San Jose who could actually provide opportunities. Now, what does that mean? Can I hire you as an editor?
Yeah.
Can I hire you as a manager? Can I hire you as an actual talent? Yeah, I can. But here's the thing I want people to know right now, since we do have a camera and I'm not as famous as, you know what I'm saying? A live audience, thank you. Guess what? Y'all have been the best audience.
Thank you for being so quiet and patient with us.
You all get free jerseys courtesy of him.
I don't know about that one, but I could give you a discount or something.
But one thing I'm letting everybody know is these opportunities that we're giving, they don't just happen when we're famous.
You create those opportunities.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck creating it. I've given it to people who literally don't deserve it.
Why?
Why? Because that everybody says they do. I'm putting people's money where their mouth is. Everybody who says they create things, luckily, when you interview him, it's a whole different show because he hates giving people opportunities. It's a literal different game with him. Me, I like doing it because I'm calling people's bluff.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how many people say, oh, niggas don't give niggas opportunities in the city. And I just sit back like, I've given 6 niggas opportunities. They fucked it up. And the reason I could say that with a straight face and no regrets, I've kept it moving. They haven't.
Yeah.
I can look at my Rolodex, and there's no diss to anybody I've worked with. I can look at where they're at now. They either work a job that is polar opposite from the rapidy rap thing you were doing, or polar opposite to the entrepreneur thing you were doing, or they do it at such a small level that no one cares. That literally their friends don't care. Because their friends won't even post their thing anymore. And that's it. I've given my own, I put my own mom on a podcast. Mama! Why? Because if it's about putting people in positions of opportunity, doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
Shit, when my brother is old enough, what the fuck do you want to do?
Fortnite.
Well, guess what? Thank God video gaming channels are popular.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's another thing. There's no excuse. There's enough money out here for literally all of us. It's the motherfuckers who don't want to work.
Yeah.
We all know that here. We're all people who have brands of some sort. So it's like, because we work at it. So when I give a person an opportunity, I'm literally just hoping, hey, here's a fishing pole, fam. The river gets pretty busy at 5 p.m.
But the rest of the hours, who's there to fish?
I'm there. I'm seeing who's there. So the person I gave the fishing pole, if you're not at there at 5 p.m. at the least, when I told you it gets really popping, that's how I know you don't even want the basic level of this shit. Yeah. If you don't even want the surface level, I don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it really boils down to. What's my to answer your question, where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself where a lot of people have said they were going to be in 5 years. Actually a factor, actually seen. So that internet thing that we all know.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. You're going to see me because of the algorithm, not because you follow me.
I like that.
You're going to see me because the curation of likes you have directed Studio 8 to you. Not because you follow us. Now, whether that curation means you follow a lot of niggas in Studio 8, that's up to you. But I know what it means to me. It means, no, a lot of niggas who are fans of music watched a certain show and it got funneled down to it. That's where we see ourselves.
So in closing, what would you say is 3 words of advice you'd give to somebody starting off in whatever they're doing?
3 words of advice?
Yeah.
I only could give you 4. Don't listen to anybody. Those are the only 4 words I can give you. Don't listen to anybody. Because, including me. Because you know what the fuck you want to do, fam. You literally are your person. And if you don't know what you want to do, go for a walk. For literally 2 hours one day without your headphones in.
Yeah.
And have to deal with your thoughts. You know why people hate meditating? Because it's you in fucking silence for 15 minutes. Don't listen to anybody, including me. Do what you want to do. But if you're lost, look inside yourself. Like, go on a walk. Look to your past. One thing that we always do is we look to our childhood for inspiration. So, shit, we were in a PacSun and we saw a Nickelodeon shirt.
Yeah.
We spent 15 minutes in the PacSun trying to find just a logo to the closing credits of one show that used to be seen everywhere on Nickelodeon.
All that.
It was one of Calypso Productions. See? But it's that type of nerd we have. No, you don't have to know it at all. But it's that type of nerd and obsession we have. That's from self-awareness.
Yeah.
That's from literally us of years of knowing, okay, what do we like as people? Oh no, we like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney shit. Like, we like things that are from our childhood. Now, if we could bring it back to a more modern time, hence a Kanye West, hence a Jay-Z, hence a Tupac, shit, I could name a bunch of things. The Golden State Warriors. The crazy thing about the Golden State Warriors being actually good, me and him remember times when they were drastically bad.
They were trash.
When they were drastically trash and you had Andres Biedrins on your team. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to say is most of the shit comes from our childhood. So it's self-awareness. Don't listen to anybody. You know who you are. So listen to yourself. Now, if you're a literal, like, fucked up person who's a murderer, then maybe you need to listen to some other people.
Listen to a therapist.
Yeah. But if you're a regular, calm person, like we all are, we all have our own mental issues. But if you're just a calm, mental, insane person, hey, take a walk. Don't listen to anybody else. Think about what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got it. That's the only thing. Those are the 4 words of advice. Don't listen to anybody.
Any last words to the people?
I got these last words. In the Crates, October 12th, Studio 8. That's going to be on the Studio 8 YouTube channel. Me and McBride, we're very proud of this. Very, very proud. More shit coming from Studio 8. Literally over the next 3 months. Like, literally, you have no idea. Our next 3 months are going to be crazy.
Where can people find you on social media?
At Trizzy E Baby on literally everything. That nigga is at Anthony J McBride on Instagram. Boom. Oh, and then if you want to check out any of my other things, you can catch a Blunt Conversation on SoundCloud. Tradecraft Radio on SoundCloud as well. And shoot, check out Brevin Rowan on SoundCloud. EP coming out November 16th.
It's lit.
Oh, and shout out Fillmore. Support black-owned areas, because guess what? Gentrification is a motherfucker. My mom was literally the only white girl in this motherfucker in the 1996 area. Fillmore, represent Pop Lock.
Remember, guys, life is all about flavor. Remember to have your own taste in everyday life. Thanks for watching.
Oh, nigga, that was good. Oh, hold on. Oh, say that one more time for the people. Oh, I got to drink to that. Oh, that was good.
Life is all about flavor. Remember to have your own taste in everyday life.
God damn.
Thanks for
I'm
watching.
letting you know, I'm tweeting that to a girl today.
Life is all right. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Shout out to Trizzy F Baby Studio 8.
Southside.
Make sure to watch that In the Crates. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Vital Vintage Goods, nigga.
Gang.